Well, I think you've done a really good job of like just. I don't ever see your name like wrapped up in any of the like unnecessary drama. Sometimes I feel other artists. I'm just like, what's going on? Why is it like these people have no reason to have problems with each other? Like it just doesn't make sense. So it's good to see like I feel like you're kind of also like very mature. Like you're like a young OG. You know what I mean? Like you've seen this game from a lot of different areas.
With me, I'm more like if it's really like if it's really like some type of pressure, you have to like address me like for real, or you have to like address me in real life. Like people see me outside. I'm outside everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm at every festival. I'm at every show. So I don't really feel that energy from anybody. Like, you know, and I don't really give that energy. Like I don't
You don't. You give a number of positive energy. For
yeah.
sure.
Like I'm so confident and so happy with what I'm doing that I don't have really the time to like nitpick girls for no reason.
Right.
You know, but yeah, like I'm a positive person for the most part. Everybody that knows me knows I just like to have a good time and spread love.
Is Russ on the album?
Not right now, but I'm trying to find a song for him. We were speaking about that the other day. I'm trying to find like the perfect song because I love Russ. He's like
great.
one of the most knowledgeable and talented people.
And he's like he's like really talented. I think yesterday he was teasing he's going to put out like a 70s rock song, and I was like, bro, I bet it's going to be fire.
He can do every genre.
Yeah. He's a beast for sure. You've done some huge festivals. Like, I feel like you've done them all at this point, but like, what was the one festival you did where you just looked out the crowd and you were like, fuck, this is fucking crazy?
The biggest one ever?
Yeah, or just like, or maybe a nervous moment, or just like something that just sticks out where you're like.
The biggest, to this day, the biggest festival I've ever done was the Telethon in Chile with J Balvin.
Wow.
It was 75,000 people. It was so many people that I couldn't even see like physical people. All I could see was little dots, like little heads, little flashes of lights.
Crazy.
But that was the most I've ever seen. Most people ever. But I love just like festival crowds because people that go to festivals, like they're going there
they want to have fun.
Rage and
they
to have
want
a good
fun.
time.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite energy.
Because there's like, and then you go to a nightclub and it's like there's people in there who are just like, they're holding their bottles, standing in the fucking booth, and they're just like looking at you like.
Don't get me wrong, I love nightclubs too now.
No, they're great.
Like,
Great
I turn the nightclubs up.
I just opened a nightclub, so yes, for sure.
Holler at me. I come pop in.
Yeah, we can book you in Scottsdale.
I love Arizona too.
Yeah.
It gets wild in Scottsdale.
It does. It does get wild.
You don't know it gets wild until you go there and see it for yourself.
This is true. This is true. For you, what about going out on tour for your fans? Like going and kind of just touching your direct fan base with a tour. Is that something that's coming with this album?
Yes. I'm so glad you asked that because I've never been on my own tour.
I was gonna say, I feel like it hasn't happened because I'm sure because of the pandemic.
Never. And I'm such like an older OG artist and not have gone on my own tour. But I've always been on tour with like huge acts. So I feel like it takes up, when you go on tour, it takes up months.
Yeah.
So like you'll go on tour and you get off tour, you start recording, you go on tour again. And I think that that's just helps me anyways, because when it comes time that I go on tour, there's going to be like so many more people for me to see.
And it's like they're there for you.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what my tour looks like what my fans
They're singing album cuts. You got the merch booming. You know what I'm saying?
I'm excited for that.
So album coming soon. Really soon.
Very soon.
Very, very soon.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it. I like to be about it. You know.
So one day we'll just be like, oh, the B album's coming out in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The new record is Crazy with Timbaland.
Thank you.
Is there a new single coming?
Yeah. You know me. There's always a new single coming. Actually, now I've been way more consistent because like I've been learning to find that balance. Like when you doing so many shows, I feel like this is like new territory for me. Like the past 2 years have been the busiest I've ever been in my life. So I've been trying to balance like, you know, new shows, new music, seeing family, having a social life, all those things is so hard to do.
I wonder, like, because I've seen artists who will do all these festivals, right? And like, they're not doing the shows we just talked about, like when you do your own tour. Does that ever affect the way you create? Like, have you ever like been like, damn, I gotta make a fucking festival record? Because I see a lot of guys doing that shit. Like, and sometimes it can kind of work out in the negative, because I think when you try to do stuff on purpose, sometimes it comes across that way.
Yeah, you know, well, I do so many festivals and so many, like you said, like just shows with high energy. So a lot of my records when I go to the studio are high energy records because I'm always picturing myself performing records on stage. But I do have those album cuts like Motionless where it's like way on 16 that's like way more vulnerable where like I try to, you know, talk my shit but still give a vibe, you know? For me, it's like I like to get into so many different beats. Like whatever the beat calls for is what I'm gonna give.
What is Bia's go-to show to binge watch right now?